Hello and welcome to the Vail Dailies on the Hill. It's a Sunday, the 9th of September. I'm your host, John LeCon, excited to be joined by Peter Yu. Peter is running for Congress right here in Vail's Congressional District, District 2, right, Peter?
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born in Denver, been in Colorado my entire life. I'm 46 years old. It's been the most wonderful place in the world to live and grow up. My family immigrated to the state in 1969, my mom and dad and my 6 brothers and sisters, and they had some crazy idea to have me a few years later, even though we already had 6 kids. And it's been a great ride. You know, I love the state more than anything, and my family knows how lucky we are to be in this great nation, which is part of the reason why I am running. I feel like I do owe it. I do owe it to this country to give back, you know, to a country that's given us so much. Fast forward to today, all 7 children are doing great, and it's really a true example of living the American dream.
The American dream right there. We're out here right now on Vail's North Trail. What I hear a lot about from regular Joes and voters, it's these issues related to the outdoors. Have you had a chance to think about that in regards to your platform?
You know, I have, absolutely. And the thing about this is you can't think of Colorado without thinking outdoors. I mean, we're an outdoor state. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Right.
And you know, I'm a gigantic avid fly fisher myself, so
okay.
I mean, I love the state. I've actually had some great job offers to leave, and I just can't leave Colorado, and it's because of the outdoors. It's important that we preserve, you know, that way of life, as well as the fact that, you know, the outdoors is a big economic factor for the state as well. And so we have to make sure that we preserve, you know, the resources that we have to continue that.
We have this housing crisis here.
Yes.
And what has been suggested is that perhaps some public lands be used to quell the housing crisis.
I respect the fact that public lands are very important. Like I said, we need them, we enjoy them, they're beautiful, and they're part of our life here in Colorado. However, let's make sure we designate the right lands to be public lands, and let's make sure we do use land properly. Our population is getting big. I mean, the United States of America is the 3rd biggest country in the world.
Yep.
We're at 328 million people now. And so if you're really going to continue to want to address the issue, we have to swallow a little bit of the facts that you need more housing. You need more. And you know what? Let's designate land that can be more designated for actually building. And that's the thing about this is that it has to happen eventually. We're going to be expanding like you wouldn't believe. And so we have to make, you know, those concessions so that people can enjoy the state, continue to make the economics grow here, but also make sure that they can afford to be here.
So let's say you are nervous about public lands, understandably.
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Does Congress even, is Congress even able to influence that?
I honestly believe it should be more at a state level, to be truthful. They designate what lands are considered public, what's not considered public.
Should you get elected, you would be taking over for Jared Polis, who's been in the seat for a while,
yes,
and who has some efforts he was trying to move forward and things like that.
It's difficult because I don't agree with a lot with what his plans, especially the wilderness bill and so forth like that. And I know my opponent is a big supporter of it. And what I'm trying to identify is obviously, I'm all for protecting our parks. Like I'm actually a big believer in the Restore Our Parks Act with our current administration, trying to make sure we protect all of our pristine areas. And we have, you know, a large amount of public lands that are truly maybe just grazing lands. These are things that we need to basically take into consideration when we're looking at these bills. And the wilderness bill, I don't think really addresses those situations the way we need them.
So you would probably take that one off the table and come up with your own.
Yeah, I mean, you know, here's the one thing I want people to know is that things can be altered as well. I mean, I'm willing to look at things and see what we consider good, what's considered not. We don't need to sit there and say it's all or nothing.
Sure.
So I'm willing to look at those plans, sit there and say, okay, well, this I feel is a good idea, and let's make that a bipartisanship where we sit down with both sides of the party and be able to analyze and sit there and say, okay, why is this a good idea, why it's not, and be able to even adjust it. And then if it doesn't work, then maybe we do have to start with something brand new.
Sure.
But I mean, I'm a big believer in moving the needle, because we do have a moral obligation to take care of not just this current generation, but our future generation as well.
Right.
And so we really do have to, you know, make some concessions. Let's move the needle. Let's make sure that people are able to afford, you know, certain necessities of life. and being able to prosper as well. Create those opportunities and make sure we create opportunities in places where people want to live, like this area. I mean, but also maintaining, you know, its main draw, which is the outdoors.
Right, well, we'll take a look around here and wrap it up. Peter, thanks for coming out to Vail.
No, absolutely. You know what? I love Colorado. I love this area. It's beautiful, and you know, I will definitely do everything I can to protect the beauty, but also make sure that it's affordable, as well as making sure that, you know, you guys have a thriving economic system here, so that it can be enjoyed for future generations.
Thanks to you, the viewer, for tuning in to another episode of the Vail Dailies on the Hill. For now, it's John LeConte and candidate Peter Yu signing off.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.